What's going on, y'all? Damn, it is hot. Hot, hot, hot. Well, this is what I wanted to show you. Now, this is a big, a big smoker. And I've had this thing for literally over 20 years. As you can see, I've rebuilt the legs and welded some new things and all, and then uh, redid the bottom of the firebox and all, so it's all solid. And this is what I was talking about. Now, these are quite pricey nowadays, but even one like this, like the Weber grill, still pretty good. Just depends on what you need to do. Now, one thing you can check on, there's a deal that's direct cooking and indirect cooking, okay? Now, what that is that's cooking where your coals are right underneath your food. Now, you need it to get the internal temperature, right? But at the same time, you don't want it to scorch your outside while your inside's just getting done. So that's what they call indirect, which is moving your food off of the fire. Say like the fire's over here, you're moving off of there and just moving it over in the side. In the grilling world, they call that a cooler zone. It's, even though it's, you know what I mean, but that's the deal. That's the terminology. So I've done I've done briskets, ribs, tenderloins, everything on this deal. I mean, yes, I've had this thing for a long, long time. Redid the handle, put all this on there. Now that's what I was wanting to get at. Also, too, like I said, the Weber grills are pretty good. Now, also, if you have something like this, like plastic toolbox. This is a Conoco. I've had it for a long time, but something like this, I leave it outside, and even in the pouring rain, it's fine. Okay, now you have charcoal, and then lighter fluid, of course, but also some other things, cherry wood, and there's some apple. Okay, so the thing is that if you don't have one of these grills, what you can do is these haydock blocks. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. These haydock blocks with the two holes in them. These things, you could set one up, another one here, make like a little horseshoe out of it, right? And then take like one of the, you can get one of these by itself, okay, at Home Depot. And those bags of charcoals and stuff are 20-pound bags for like 20 bucks at Home Depot. So you can take, like I said, those haydock blocks, spread them out, make like a little horseshoe. Now, that's just for open cooking and things like that. One of your best friends will be that right there, a cast iron skillet. Anything you want, hot plate, whatever. As long as it's cast iron. When I was a kid, my grandmas and all them aunts, mom, everybody used to do the cornbread in a cast iron skillet. Don't ever wash your skillet either. There's ways to clean cast iron skillets. That is the first actual true non-stick. But you have to be creative. You can use cherry wood, you can use apple wood. They have logs and all that, even pecan, different kinds of stuff. Charcoal is good, but the deal is with charcoal, if you're cooking hamburgers or what, then you don't have to wait too awful long. But when you're cooking in a big chamber, okay, now what you want to do is you want to get your coals to where they're all white, fuzzy, kind of dusty looking white. Yeah, because they stop smoking. So then they're just down to the pure heat. See what I mean? If you're using cast iron skillets, you can do anything. And also too, on a open fire, you can put a couple of pots of water, what macaroni and cheese, beans, and all that, on just like a little small open fire, filled with some charcoal. Yeah. So it just depends on what you have. Now, if you have a fireplace, it's the same thing. All you have to do is just get like a grill grate out of from Home Depot, even Lowe's or what, and just pick out how big you want. And if you're pretty proficient with cooking and things like that, then you shouldn't have any problem. It's just like cooking on your stove. It's just with an open fire. Me as a kid, we used to have gas. We used to have to light the burners. The way you strike a match and tick, tick, and it woo. That's why kids nowadays, well, electric is just something. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. All it is total dependency on one freaking thing. That's all it is. But if you know a little bit about how to deal with the grill and make things happen, just realize that anything and everything that you can do in your house, you can do on a grill, outside, anywhere. All you have to do is just have the right stuff. Take 20, 40 pounds of charcoal with you, Yeah, with your lighter fluid, bam, you're cooking anywhere and everywhere. I mean, shit, we went out to the lake and still took the grate and forgot the blocks and all, and still found some river stones and everything laying around there to where we used it. Yeah, make it happen, man. Bricks, whatever you want to use. Make sure that they're not those real hard concrete bricks, because concrete will explode. It'll pop real bad and pow, pow, and all that, and send all kinds of shit up in your food and all over your face. Yeah, so be careful. Don't build a fire directly on top of concrete. So that is just, let me see, now of course, if you're familiar with, everything from a cake, if you make sure that the charcoal is all dusty white, you can do anything. You can bake. I have literally done biscuits at the track, Texas Motor Speedway, on a cast iron skillet. I got it all warmed up, put the skillet on there, dropped some butter in there, and literally put the biscuits in there and shut the lid and walked away. And that cast iron skillet, I walked back over there literally about 7-8 minutes. I was doing some other thing, cutting some sausages, cooking on another little grill, like what I'm telling y'all. Like a full outside service kitchen kind of deal. Well, I walked over there and looked at that raised lid, looked underneath there. I was like, wow. Told my boys, I got twin sons, and they come over there. I told them, I said, check this out. Then I raised the lid and they saw it, and it's just like it was cooked at home in the oven. Just brown, golden brown on the top. Perfect, man. Biscuits, gravy, sausage. We had brisket, all kinds of stuff out there at Texas Motor Speedway. We were right next to the road, and he's like, I remember this lady sitting there, and she was driving by. She's like, man, they're cooking all kinds of stuff, Yeah, it was pretty cool. Other people walking by, man, that smells good. When do we eat? Because we were out there camping the whole weekend. So everybody else was driving in. We were already there. We were getting up in the morning, cooking stuff and all that, getting ready for the day. Yeah. That's, a lot of these kids nowadays, they don't know how to do shit like that. So I've also got another big rack of ribs. Yeah, that I'm probably going to be doing a video on. I'll show y'all how to do that. You can put a dry rub on it, things like that, to season them up, whatever you want to do. I'll show you another little secret with like some apple juice. Yeah, a little spray bottle. Little secret. Don't tell nobody. So, I mean, I do. People that have had my hamburgers, they have called them D burgers. Yeah, so they're not little. I mean, I let the fire just engulf them. Yeah, so they are totally flame broiled. But if you have any more questions, about, and be careful about what kind of woods that you use. Make sure you're not using fragrant type woods and all that. Now the cherry and the apple and the pecan, that's fine. That's fine because that's a harder wood. Even oak, post oak is another one that a lot of people that like doing briskets and tougher parts of meat, even ribs, they like using that, with a little pecan and cherry mixed in. So yeah, that's another little secret. Don't tell nobody. Uh, so just be careful with that. Make sure it's not no the what's this? I had one of the poplar trees or whatever. It's a real soft wood, burns up real quick, so you need to be careful with that. And it also, even though it's not smoking, if you let it get down to charcoal to where it's just glowing and not smoking anymore, it can still make your food taste funny if it's not a cooking wood. Now, if it's a fireplace wood, that's a different story. That's just to burn up and all that kind of, but you're not going to be cooking food. But you want something that's going to be a lot more tasty to your food. Apple, cherry, hickory, mesquite, stuff like that, pecan. But uh, when I do my next cookout, I'll show y'all a little bit about how I get the coals started. And the best way that I can tell you to do is put you a mound, you know. Yeah, I need to clean the firebox out. So put you a mound on there, okay? And then just drizzle, round and around and around about 7, 8, 10, 12 times. Just drizzle your coals all the way to the outside as much as you can. Because those charcoal will soak that up. So you want to let it set for just a few minutes. Go back over there, drizzle it just a little bit more, all the way around, and then you're good to start your fire. Now let it get all the way burnt down, like I said, to where it's that chalky white looking coal, so where it's not smoking anymore. You can still smell it. It will still, because the grill is seasoned, it will still take on a little bit of the taste. You know what I mean? So you just have to be very mindful of what you're doing and how you're doing it, because especially like I say, if you're using cast iron, you're going to do a lot better. You will fare a lot better cooking just about anything and everything when it comes to cornbreads and things of that nature. But meat's the same thing, just like barbecuing hamburgers on the grill. Yeah, you just got to be careful, because if you don't have any way to cap it off, then if it's just one of the open haydock block deals, well, you remember that cold and hot spot or cooler spot and all that? That's what that's for. If your coals and everything start kicking up and burning things, move everything out of the way. You really don't want to just isolate yourself to your whole cooking surface is your whole hot area. You get me? Now, if you can set it over to the side or whatever, get it away and off of the fire, well, that'll kind of, like I say, keep from scorching the outside while your inside is not getting done. So it will slow that down. Little bit by little bit. It's kind of tricky working over open coals, open fires, and stuff like that. I know it is. And I've just had years and years of practice doing it. So it's normal to me. So for people that are not used to it, if anything happens, then, this is just a little bit of knowledge, and hopefully it'll help you out. And I've got some more that I'll be doing. If you've got some questions, then let me know. I'll try to answer them as quick as I can. And when I get that other rack of ribs going, I'll show you that, because I will show you how to do your cherry and apple chunks and all that. Even if you have a little small when you're doing like hamburgers, they still have cherry and apple like little splinters, little shivers, you know what I mean? And that are real good to put on coals, like when you're doing hamburgers, pork chops, chicken breast, anything small, right? So, deal like that. And there was something else I was going to say. I'm getting a little hungry talking about all this. Yeah, the ribs, I've got a marinade in there that I will show you, and it's pretty good stuff. I just did a rack of ribs about a week or so ago. They turned out, man, falling off the bone, Yeah, falling off the bone. But anyway, I hope that helps. I'll be doing more. Y'all give me some ideas and we'll go from there. All right, cool deal. Damn, it is hot out here today and there ain't hardly. Look at this. Look at that tree. That son of a gun ain't barely even moving. Nowhere. Even that one over there. Even this one right here. Nothing's moving, man. It's just still and hot. That's that's Texas weather for you, huh? So appreciate y'all. Let me know what you think. Give me some ideas. Whatever you want to know, I can help you out. So little bit by little bit, I'll be putting some other things out. I had quite a few deals with close-up type weapons, neck knives, and things like that. I'm going to dig them back out because it was on my other account and it got banned. So I'm going to turn around and put it back out and try to help y'all. You know, somebody said a long time ago, be polite, be courteous, but have a plan to crush everyone you meet. You know what I mean? It's getting those times, y'all. It's getting those times, unfortunately. And hopefully this right here will help you. Now, if you have a fire pit, same thing. I just remembered that. Yeah, I've got my fire pit over there. Now, you can take and set it up, and I put a couple of bricks, something, whatever, you know, like some stone, or just make sure it ain't wood so it don't burn. You know somebody around that's got a welder and works with metal and things like that. You can also set up some stuff with some angle iron, okay? And you can't use regular metal over the heat and things. It just depends on where it is. If it's right directly over the heat and you have a big hunk of meat on it, then you might get some sag in that metal. So if you have an idea that you're going to cook something, you just need to find out how big it is, because check into the hog cooking championships. Yeah, that's something else. That'll help you. Brisket championships. All this stuff's on YouTube. I mean, you just type it in, it comes up. Brisket cook-offs, rib cook-off, whatever you want to know. Yeah, hog cook-off. It's amazing. It's amazing. I built an actual pit out of those haydock blocks for a buddy of mine, and he was getting married, and I cooked 5 briskets at one time. I stayed up all night, and I used nothing but pecan wood, and that stuff, man, it was good. So that was just a few of them. If there's anything else, like I say, y'all let me know. I'm always interested to try to help spread the knowledge, give people the encouragement to try things on their own. That's how this country got to be the way it is, y'all. You know, that's how this country got to be. And there's so many young ones sitting around staring at these idiotic, little computers all day, every day. They don't get out, they don't do nothing. So, I hope that helps. Y'all let me know. Check it out. See what y'all think. Like I said, those hog cooking and brisket cooking and yeah, those guys are, well, and women too. There's some females out there, sure enough is. So there's a lot of things that you can learn just by watching stuff like that and getting an idea. Trying newer things is just a different way, because with the haydock blocks and stuff, we used to cook like that out at the lake back when I was a kid. So, yeah, I'm going to get in here in the house. I'll do another one, but if y'all have some other ideas, let me know. Got a whole bunch of other stuff that's happening. Uh, got some real good news happening with Trump, and there's going to the waterfall has yet to break. I'll put it that way. All right. Appreciate y'all. God bless the United States of America. Commies. Yeah, you know the drill. Y'all say it. Finish it up for me. Yeah. Later, y'all.